guys, my name is Rena. Welcome back to my channel. It's actually been a little while, I think. I've uploaded a chemical sunscreen reviewing video a couple of weeks ago, a month ago maybe. It's been a long time since the last video and there's so many things happened in Victoria in Australia. So we're back into stage 3 lockdown in regional Victoria, which is where I am, and in Melbourne they're actually in stage 4. I don't think it's particularly a bad thing because we have to control this as much and as early as possible so we can get back to or close to back to normal as much as we can before the holiday comes where everyone wants to enjoy some bit sunshine. So, while we were adjusting all this new normal with the mask and everything, I still try to manage review 6, is it 6? 2, 4, 6, yes, mineral sunscreen, and they're mainly from drugstore, chemist, pharmacy in Australia, but there are two that it's a little bit not well fit within the criteria, but I did found they're really good, so I want to include it in today's video as well. All the criteria that I used to ranking all these sunscreens are the same as I mentioned in the previous one, so if you haven't watched that one or you're wondering what they are, I can link the video up above and down below. Without further ado, let's just get into it. Coming number 6 is an Invisible Zinc Sheer Defense Facial Moisturiser SPF 50. I actually really like this brand, Invisible Zinc. This is an Australian owned brand and they only using zinc oxide in all their sunscreens, try to provide as much a physical layer to defense UVA and UVB, and I really like how they stick to it. But unfortunately with this one, I'll show you the thick consistency. This is how hard I'm trying to push product out and there's nothing coming out of it. So every time when I test this one, I have to use a little scoop and try to get things out of it. Because of the thick consistency, it's actually really hard to give a good layer, at least evenly on your face. So although I tried my best, I still found I couldn't provide a good full layer on my face. And once it's all set, it's actually quite matte, so I like that, and it's not greasy, it's not tacky. It does comes with a bit of white cast, but what happened is after 20 minutes it starts to peel off. It's all around my chin, around my hairline, so I couldn't work it by itself. I thought maybe I'll try with a bit of makeup to see, and it was just a disaster. I can't wear it alone, I can't wear it with makeup, I just cannot get any product out of it. So unfortunately this one I will just toss it out after this review. Coming number 5 is another Invisible Zinc product. Is their SPF 30 facial moisturizer. First of all, I can get product out of it because it comes within a pump and I usually use 2 pumps to get it a full face. And here's the thing, because how it has the zinc oxide, it is such a greasy tacky texture, and even when I try to set it for 20 minutes, it's still very tacky. Not saying 20 minutes, the whole time that I'm wearing it that day, in the morning, and I went for shopping and I came back in the afternoon, and it's just very glowy shine, but in a bad way. It's almost like I put oil all over my face. It's just not pleasant, and I was wearing it by itself, so I don't recommend to wear it alone. And it also comes with a very strong white cast, so I thought I'll work it with the makeup. Maybe I can balance the oil and try to neutralize the color a bit. I can not use any makeup on top of it, it just peels off straight away. So it's pretty much similar as the other one, but I don't think I can find a way using it. Maybe I can put it on my hands and when I'm doing my nails under those lights, or I can put it on my face if I'm doing any indoor exercise just by myself next to the window. Although it feels greasy and does not look good, but I know it provides a bit of sun protection and there's no one else in the house. So that's pretty much how I'm trying to use it as much as I can, but I do not recommend to purchase this, unfortunately. Coming number 4 is Sukin Sun Care SPF 30 Sheer Touch Tinted Sunscreen. I've got in the color light to medium. Because this has a tint with it, so I don't have to worry about the white cast. And this one comes within 2 colors as well. I've got in a color light to medium. I believe they have 1 shade darker. Although this is the light color, I still reckon it's a bit darker than my skin tone. From a foundation point of view, I think it's a bit towards those bronzy, I don't know, sun-kissed glow. So that's not something I personally prefer, but as a sunscreen, I think it's pretty good. It is a quite lotiony texture, which I really like. It's so easy to apply on your face and it does not peel off, and I can wear it by itself or with makeup. And when I come to use mineral sunscreen with makeup, I try to not to use so much of liquid makeup. It always feels like it's peeling off just around my hairline. It might be because I have a lot of baby hair here and it's really hard to work around. So I actually like using powder makeup on top of all the mineral sunscreen so it can neutralize the color, get rid of some shine, and also sort of holding everything in place. The finish of this one is one of those sun-kissed glow shine. So it is quite shiny if you just wear it by itself, but the shine sort of reduces as the day goes along. So I do actually think it's a pretty good sunscreen. There's one thing, although I really don't like, is the smell. It comes within it's a very strong chemical, alcoholic, but it has such a distinctive smell. I noticed it when I apply on my face. It was very strong, but it will went away after 20 minutes when it settled on your face. So that's the only downside about this one, and that's probably why I put it in number 4. Coming number 3 is a Banana Boat Simple Protect Sensitive Face Tinted SPF 50+. This is actually the best Australian chemist or drugstore sunscreen that I found in mineral sunscreen category. It has a better texture than the Sukin one. It is more liquidy and does not have any smell. It's much easier to blend on your face, and it gives you a less shine compared to Sukin, but still it gives you that sort of glow and a bit of tackiness that I would personally prefer to put a powder makeup on top of it just to neutralize that, and also trying to avoid my hair stick on my face. But if you're someone who does not wear makeup, I can still see people would love this one and use this up. And I like the packaging as well because it's so slim. Look at these two. This is 50 gram, is it? This is 50 ml and this is 50 gram. I like how slim this is. Perfect for travel in your sports bag or, you know, travel toiletry bags. So much better. It only comes in with one color, but I reckon this color match is a lot better than the Sukin one. The color of this one reminds me a bit of Misha BB Cream, which I know a lot of people really like that one. So if you're not quite sure what color you might be getting, just use that as a reference maybe. This one also says it's suitable for sensitive skins and is an oil-free formula, so you should not be worried that clots into your pores even if you're having an oily or sensitive skin, which I really like. The next 2 sunscreens that I'll be talking about is not available in Australian pharmacies or chemists or a supermarket, that you pretty much have to go either on their own website or you have to find your way to purchase them. The reason I included the following 2 sunscreens is because first, I found it's really hard to find a mineral sunscreen only product in Australian drugstore, supermarket, chemist. The best that I found so far is the Banana Boat one, and I still think there are so many areas it can actually be improved. So that's why I went a little bit beyond of just the drugstore, and I found 2 I think they're really good. The first one is Polos Twice Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense Tinted Base SPF 30. I purchased one from Polos Twice website. They usually have a 15 or 20% off for the first product that you purchase in your order. So although it's slightly higher at price point, but you usually get it at a discount price anyway. So if you hesitated buying this in full price, just wait when they're having sale, because it will, and it's quite often always some sort of percentage sale there for you to save some money. This one has a moisturizer feeling when I apply it on my face. Maybe it's because it has some antioxidant and resveratrol as I mentioned on the label, so it feels very easy to apply on the face, almost just like getting another layer of moisturizer. But this one is actually having SPF and also having some tint on it. Speaking of the tint, it's got a really light color. I think it's just enough to get rid of that white cast, but not adding any extra color on your face. I like that, so it's suitable for people who does not want to change their skin color, and it's also good for people trying to do some makeup, that they don't have to choose a different color for their foundation to neutralize their sunscreen. And it also comes in with a mattifying finish. I wouldn't say it's as full matte as the Cancer Console one that I mentioned in the previous video, but it's pretty matte and it's not tacky. My hair won't stick onto it, so I think it's a really good one that you can wear it by itself, and it great works with all type of makeup, although I still prefer powder makeup, but it works well with any just liquid foundation as well. One downside is it got SPF 30. I prefer SPF 50 if I can, but I think it's already pretty good that I'm just asking for more. The other one that I really like is the Australian Gold Botanical sunscreen Tinted Face SPF 50. I've actually purchased this in America. I got my friend help me to buy it, and then she shipped it to Australia to me. So I don't think you can find it in any Australian website or any places where they ship to Australia. I'm not quite sure. I'll dig it up after finish this recording. The reason I bought this one, well, there are two reasons. First is when I first looked at this brand name, I thought, oh, this must be an Australian brand because it's got koalas on their logo and it's Australian gold, but it's actually a American brand. Secondly is because I heard Angie talk about it in her channel Hot and Flashy so many times, particularly in the past couple years. Like she really liked this one. It just made me wanted to try, so I just purchased this one and I really liked it. So they do have new versions these days with different colors tint. I believe they expand their color range, and they have the non-tinted version as well. So I've got the tinted version because I thought it would just get rid of that white cast, so I don't have to worry about it. And this one is actually pretty similar to Polos Twice. So the texture is so nice. It's almost like a moisturizer on the face. But this one's got SPF 50, which I think is better than Polos Twice. But apart from that, the texture, the finish, the feel, and how it works with makeup, it's pretty much the same. Okay, so the winner for today is the Australian Gold Botanical Tinted Face SPF 50. But for the fact that I probably won't be able to purchase another one anytime sooner, and because everything's happening, I will be considering repurchasing the Polos Choice SPF 30 once it's all finished. And if you're someone only wanting to try any drugstore product, that will be Banana Boat for my recommendation. Comparing my favorite mineral sunscreen to my chemical sunscreen, which I mentioned in my previous video, I still like Cancer Consult a lot better. I think the performance of that sunscreen is just overall on top of the mineral sunscreen. But I do know, in general speaking, mineral sunscreen gives a more safer protection against the sun compared to chemical sunscreen. And speaking of testing sunscreen, I've actually already purchased a couple more, so I can see myself will be accumulating enough of sunscreen products in the next couple months time. So I will be probably doing another serial of Australian drugstore sunscreen reviewing before the summer comes. So please stay tuned. Maybe consider subscribe if that's something you would like to do, but no pressure whatsoever. I hope today's video gives you some sort of useful information or help you to know a few products that you can stay away from. During this particular time, I hope all Victorians stay safe and stay home. We can do this. We can do it as long as we stay together. And that goes same for the rest of Australia and rest of the world. I hope everyone stays safe and stay positive, and I'll see you until my next video. Bye!
Like a bird on a tree,